All right. Welcome, everyone, to Discover Captivate. I'm Naomi Welsh, and I'm Director of Marketing and Customer Communications here at New Blue. We're excited to have everyone here today, and whether you're broadcasting, sports producer in the public sector, education, live events, today we're going to show you how to make professional graphics that are more accessible and empower your team or you if you're a one-man show to create compelling and data-driven content that will grow your audience. We'll be demonstrating this using Captivate, our real-time graphics engine. Please let us know in the chat if you're brand new to Captivate, what you're currently broadcasting or looking to broadcast. If you're not new, what you want to get out of today, that would be great. Um, Looks like Dan. Everything in main session. Oh, great. Yes, we just had an update release. So check in. We have some new features that just came out, leaderboards. We have animated crawls. You're going to see some of that today. We're really excited about it. Um, but also just how simple it is and in connection and how to build it up. Our main point today is at the end of building that production, we're going to kind of go into how we stream from Captivate and a couple different ways to do that. So this will be great. Couple different years now. Okay, great. High school sports broadcasting. Wonderful. All right, great, Dan. Thank you. Um, I put some trials in the top if you're brand new and you want to trial or need to want to re-download even the update. Please do so or let us know and I can repost it. Corinne, new to Captivate, building graphics for a show on Sunday. Wow. Okay, Corinne. Awesome. Looking for best practices to operate during the show and tips for designing. All right, we can do that. Um, Awesome. Daniel's going to show us how easy it is to produce those professional broadcasts. He's going to focus a little bit on some corporate graphics, government graphics, and then live sports graphics today, and try and take away the complexity of the traditional production workflows that some of you might have experienced or seen out there or been exposed to. And with minimal setup, you'll see how quickly you can go from preparation to a polished live stream. So, yes, we're pretty excited about it. Again, write in that chat if you are new and you want to explore the software further, maybe you want a free trial, or if you want a more personalized demonstration than what we go through today. Our team is available to schedule that. So just let us know. I'll put both the trial downloads again and contact information in the chat. We'd love to reach out and connect with you if you want to do that. And with that, I'm going to turn things over to Daniel, our solutions and support engineer, for a full demo. You're on, Daniel.
All right. Thanks, Naomi. Yeah, okay. A little nervous, but we'll do this. Um, so I wanted to do a couple things. I forgot to mention this to you, Naomi, but a couple things. We did have the new release and little house cleaning. So this is we did break HDMI on Mac. So I want anybody who's using on a Mac who wants to use HDMI out, don't upgrade quite yet. We should have a new release coming out very soon, right, Naomi? That's should be getting some of that stuff fixed. And then we also are
Awesome for
having
SDI.
trouble.
Thank you, Raheem. Yes. I love that. Raheem is countering your HDMI break with awesome for SDI. I
Yeah,
just want to point that out. Thank you, Raheem.
well, that's what I use too, and it works great. But anyway,
Thanks, Dan. New release
um,
visually looks so much better and easy to read a lot of things. Perfect. Yeah, we love that. Thanks for the feedback, Dan.
yep. And then the harmonizer is not opening in After Effects. So I have a fix for that. So just hit up support and we can get that fixed.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
getting our support guy, so he's going to tell you all the issues before he tells you all the good stuff. All right, Daniel.
yeah, well, I just don't want to see the
Yeah,
people on the Macs go through the pain with the HDMI because it's,
yeah, makes
the
sense.
only thing we can do is tell them to revert or, roll back right now. And so we can avoid that. And we'll have a fix real soon. We'll have a fix real soon. The development knows about it. They're on it. So, Yeah, so let's get started with uh let's get started. So let's see. I want to share my screen if that's all right with you guys.
Yes, please.
So can you see my screen all right?
We do.
Oh, good. Okay. So uh I'm hoping Naomi's going to help guide me a little bit, but so I built this project list right here. We've got all kinds of stuff. This thing is all over the place with government and some Nexus stuff that you can get access to. Is Nexus in the build, or is that something separate, Naomi?
Nexus is an add-on graphic collection that you can use, but we
Right.
designed it with the idea that it could be used for corporate, news, education. If you're working in an educational institution at all and you're teaching, your students how to use it for sports or a news show,
Yeah.
it's actually
So
got a lot of
yeah, and
nice
that's what we're
features to
looking
it.
at right now.
Mhm.
This is there's four items in here. We have our Nexus background right here, and then we have our basic speaker text, and we have a right side text graphic that you can fill in, and then we have a picture of me. Um, and right now I'm using this in a shot, so so that's what we're looking at right now. Since what is it, Corinne said she's new. Let's do a little quick look around and see what we got in here. So we've got our standard file view settings. There's a lot of stuff in here. This is where you're going to open and save and create new projects. This one's important for the support guy. Export project to package. That really helps me out. I get a lot more data if you can send me that. Basically, it just opens this, give it a name, save this NBTL package and send that to me. That helps me out if you're having issues with a specific project. Um, View is controls the items that you see on the screen. For example, if I wanted to get rid of this video switcher right here, I can go into view and uncheck audio mixer or uncheck video switcher. And there we go. And then we can put it back in if we want to. In addition, these buttons up here that you see also do the same thing. We can get rid of our preview. We can put our preview back in. We can get rid of our program and so on. Okay.
So we have, and in other words, if you're sitting down and you're opening this up to set up a new broadcast, whatever you're working on, sports, it seems like a lot of people are here for sports. You can set this up for loading your graphics in, setting up your data, whatever panels that you need for that, you can decide during a setup. Basically, and you can see up there it says setup or live. You can configure that, get everything ready to go, and then your live panels might be different. Your live panels, you may not need every single data source to be showing. You may not need like Daniel was saying, your audio mixer. You might definitely want your preview panel to see those graphics before you're putting them out. Into broadcast, and you may want this shot launcher panel that he just opened, so that showcases when if you want multiple graphics to go on screen all at once. It's a really nice feature that we have. You can set that up as we call it a shot, instead of just having to press in a single graphic at a time. So in other words, Corinne, we like to do that in terms of best practices. We set up some shots so that you don't have to go through during broadcast and being like, okay, I need to play on all three of these graphics at the same time, so I have to hit play, play, play. I might put them all into a shot, and then that way they can go out exactly when I want to all at once, and I can just hit one button, or my operator can.
Yeah, it's
And this
really
would be
nice,
preset.
Naomi, that it also plays off anything else on the screen so that you can minimize mistakes. You don't have to go through and turn everything off and then turn stuff on. You can just click on it, plays it off, plays on this one, go right back to that so that it's really nice for that.
The
Um,
be- the beauty here too is that library that you'll see in the upper left and right below the file menu that Daniel was showing in the top. So this is like the first thing that you would do when you're going to set up your broadcast is you'd enter that library, and then we have a ton of templates. And from there, you can either drag and drop your media graphic files that you've already created onto our project panel, or you can bring in and drag in one of our templates, and then you can edit right in the UI, um, whatever you need to change. And we do have a built-in designer as well.
Yeah, a nice little function of this is, let's say I wanted to get rid of I just wanted it to look this way, and then I come up here to setup, and I just hold this down for a second, and it saved my layout. So now it's the layout that I want every time, and you can change that.
Yeah, good key, Daniel. I love that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
that's a nice feature for me because I resist change. So
Don't we all?
so yeah, I like it to look a certain way, and then I can, you can always go back in and add stuff in if you want to. So yeah, let's see where are we going now. Let's talk. Let's keep on going with. I think that's it for all of this stuff up here. This is our project list. This is where all our graphics live. We have many different items in here. You can see how I can right click in there, and I'm on Windows, of course, but I can right click in there and go to. I can create new graphics. I can pull in After Effects if I have Captivate Broadcast. That's not supported in Sport. This is how I can create a shot layout like we did up here. And then we can just configure it by adding in our graphics that we want to be in the shot. Right now, we don't need that, so I'm going to get rid of it. We can put in media sequence, so you can play different MP4s, MOVs, or JPEGs, or whatever kind of media you want to play out. It's a nice little controller for handling media sequence type things.
Right, relating to
Um,
What Corinne was looking for too, we have this. So you set up a sequence of if you want any kind of sponsor messages or commercial breaks, anything like that that you need your media to play in a row for. Maybe it's a schedule for the next game, that sort of thing. You can set that up in its own little category. And so now when you go on commercial break, you're just going into your media sequence and you can set that up so it can be on repeat through whatever that media sequence is. You can have it start, even if you end it, let's say you have to end the commercial break early before that media sequence is run all the way through. You can choose settings in the media sequencer to have it start where it ended for the next time you go in there. You can have it start at the beginning. There's a couple different things. So that's another nice little best practice of setup beforehand is creating whatever your sponsor messages are in this media sequence. So it's almost like it's one um, graphic playout for you.
and I can just drag these in,
So nice. Yeah.
and let's go ahead and turn this off. And then, these can be part of oh, yeah, that's the wrong, oh, that's the first image. That's right. And then we can play through these. We can select them. Um, You can see how they're set to play it for a duration of 10 seconds here. So it's just going to cycle through all these. We can set up transitions. Right now they're set to a mix. So you can see how that can go. Yeah, it works really nice for this type of work. Can play MP4s and MOVs too. All right. And then we can add camera data in here. Right now I'm using this camera, so let's not do that. But so yeah.
Yes. I
Um,
think we're going to go through that, Raheem.
yeah, and then
Good idea.
we have this shot launcher. I didn't see what Raheem put in, but we have a shot launcher, we have a preview panel. The preview panel is going to show you anything that you have selected in the project list. That's its job. So, and then of course the program is what is going out. Right now I'm going to NDI. but we can switch that over. So right now I've got NDI set up with OBS right here. And let's go ahead and play out this. And there's my play out to OBS. And right now I actually have OBS connected to YouTube. And let me find that somewhere.
Well, Raheem made a comment that it would be really helpful also um, to show how to insert live video, um, even through your own webcam,
I
basically.
can I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Um,
be great.
so if I wanted to do that, we'll do it and we'll see what happens. And there we go.
It's awesome.
Okay.
Can you also show how many different sources you can bring in? Those different sources that you can for that live video?
I don't understand that question. Hold on. What,
When you
what are you
click
saying?
live video, you had a ton of different options in there. So you go to live audio video, yes. You see all these options that can pull up for you. You can use NDI, screen share. We have Black Magic that
Yeah.
we have a direct integration with Black Magic that you can use. Really
We
nice.
have yeah, we can do screens, we can do windows. You can see I have some stuff opened. For example, I have the NDA launcher. Oh, sorry. Um, so right now, my NDI is from this system. That's Daniel HP. Ah,
Jumpy.
yeah, I had enough coffee this morning. This is showing my Black Magic Decklink Duo, and then we have some other stuff like some color bars and stuff like that. This actually you might not see. We have a browser function, and it's an entitlement. So I have it set up in my account, but if that's interesting to you, maybe we could talk and set that up for you. But it's not fully released yet. So yeah, that's what that is. Here's the shot launcher. We already went through this. And then something that's really important that I don't really shouldn't skip away, uh, ignore is this properties panel. So when I select these items in the project, I get this properties panel, and it allows me to see the properties of that specific graphic that I've chosen. And so what I can do is say I want to change this to Naomi, and you can change colors and do all kinds of things in there. It's all live. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. I should have made that a little bit bigger. Did you guys all see that?
Yeah. And Corinne, feel free to post any of those questions in here. And as we're going along, if they're quick and easy to answer, we'll answer them. We'll definitely take them all at the end in a live QA. So if it's something, and other people it might be helpful for too, to see what you're coming across or when your specifics. If it's not a quick and easy answer, then we can work with you. I just put Daniel's email in there, well support, and it'll hit him fastest that way through the support system. Yeah.
Okay, great. So that I think is the whole thing. One thing that sometimes gets missed, just so we can let me take this up to the full screen, is this sequencer. I didn't touch on this. We have a lot of settings in here to define how you play this stuff out. So resume from last position. Say, for example, you played this one already. It will play this one next, even if you turn it off, and things like that. So that's kind of nice. So there's some settings down here. You can do random as well. All right, let's get to what we really wanted to talk about. So right now I have this Nexus shot playing right now. So that's this right here. And you can see how my preview gives me all of the data in the shot as opposed to the individual items just giving me one of the items. And right now, what I have this doing is sending to OBS. So I set up an NDI source. I chose Captivate, or so you can choose an NDI source. We're going to set up another one. Then I just choose that channel. I'm not going to do this because I already have one set up. It just choose that, and then you're pretty much set up with NDI. And that's the way we recommend people use it now. There is also a plug-in there, but we like to recommend. We keep up on the NDI stuff pretty well. And um, so what I've got right now is I'm sending this over to YouTube. So if I were to come in here, I could play this off. There's a little delay here. Oops. I have some problems with that. But so right now, YouTube is just showing my camera. So I turn that graphic on, off. Now I'm going to turn this graphic. I'm going to turn this lower third on. And we should see that come up. So now we've got that up. And I just wanted to show you, OBS is great for this. So I wouldn't discourage anybody from using it, but there is another option also that we're going to show here in a minute that we can also do this from within Captivate. We can actually stream out of Captivate, so we're going to get to that here in a little bit. Let's talk about this one here real quick. I was talking to Naomi. She thought this might be a nice thing to show. Right now I have this graphic connected to a Google spreadsheet, and I can show that to you. I've got it connected to this Google sheet right here that I call City of New Blue. And we can control the data. This is nice for like a government, a city meeting, or something like that, where we can basically go through the data. And as the meeting's going along, let's say we're in the introduction section, and this is pre-set up in the Google spreadsheet. And as we go through, we can basically just go through and change our speakers and as we go through the meeting. So that's kind of nice for the city council type stuff. And then I added a little call-in button, say somebody calls in, we want to maybe make some changes or put their name up here, we could do that. So I thought that was kind of nice. And you can see one thing that see how I played this out from City of New Blue lower third here. Let's play it out from lower third with bug shot, and you can see how I automatically get my bug up in the corner. So that's pretty nice with that. Okay. And so I'm going to go
This might
ahead
be a
and
good time when you're clicking through. So Corinne asked, is there a way of calling up graphics by number to play out in a program or only by clicking through the project panel? We did a webinar recently on, there are numerous ways to actually play out the graphics versus other than using the project panel. Daniel, you want to talk a little bit about it? But focus, hotkeys, Stream Deck.
yeah, Stream Deck is super powerful with Companion to where you can do a lot of row work or define the number. I'm not prepared to do that. That takes a little bit of setup. Maybe that would be a good one to put in our future. Corinne, if you want to put in a support case, we can probably get to that. There is a capability in Captivate to use what's called the live values grid.
I think if you go to hotkeys though too, if you're she's just playing out graphics. So
Oh,
in the
just playing out
project panel,
graphics. Yeah, you can do a
yeah.
hotkey. That's a really interesting thing. Let me show you something first before we get into that. This will help some people. So up here, there's a bunch of stuff that's not shown. And so sometimes if you come in here, you may not see your hotkey selection. But say, for example, I wanted to set up a hotkey and I come in here to my Nexus pip and I'm like, okay, where's my hotkey selection? I can now add the hotkey and then I just, um, let's see, let's turn this stuff off. And, oh, um, oh shoot, why am I drawing a blank? I thought I would see my hotkey stuff in here. There we go. Okay, it's there, but evidently it's not hit. It's kind of hidden there. Okay, so now I've got this shot one listening, so I might select something like Control 9. And now I'm going to click out of that and I'm going to Control 9, and now it's going to play that.
And just a note on that, Corinne, if whatever numbers that you choose and you set for your hotkeys, if Captivate is open,
Yeah,
that number will not type in anywhere else. You'll just play that graphic, just so you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I would choose choose your hotkeys wisely.
Yeah, we do do a lot of that. If I were to open Companion here, we're going we're going off here, Naomi.
That's okay. This is a free source as well, Corinne, that you can use and download. And we just, with our last release, we just added a ton of presets to our library. So this you can literally drag and drop a lot of functionality. I'm sure Daniel's going to show you right now.
Yeah, so say for example, we wanted to and these presets do come from your project, so they have to be in your the stuff you need to do needs to be in your project, but and I have a lot of stuff in here, but let's say I wanted to play out my golf leaderboard here. And now you're not going to see me hit the button. Well, we could test it right here, but say for example, I wanted to test this. There we go. So you don't actually need a Stream Deck to run this. You can actually do this without a Stream Deck, but I'm going to hit my button on my Stream Deck and it'll play that off. Does that help, Corinne?
Yes, she said thank you.
Okay.
Um, I know you're probably going to go through this. But Andrew's asking about the current date and time. So when we go through that, um, he's pretty excited about it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Um, let's say, for example, I wanted to add, let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Let's say, for example, I wanted to add date and time to this government graphic we got here, right? So, yeah, we're going to get into a little bit of design work, and I did not get into the designer because I kind of figured we might get there, but here's where we're going to the designer. The designer is, oh, yeah, we do need to play it off first. Play this stuff off. I'm going to go ahead and delete this because who wants to look at me? Okay, so I'm going to go into our City of New Blue graphic here, and I'm going to hit Edit Graphic in the preview. Now I'm in the designer, the New Blue designer, and this is where we can build this stuff. For example, built this yesterday. We can do all kinds of weird stuff with this thing. Say, for example, we wanted to, oh, I don't know, let's go to transform, and we want more of a radius on this thing. We want to change the skew to go this way, or yeah, whatever we want to do. Um, change opacity. We can change position in here as well. You can drag, and we can add. We're gonna add something actually to this graphic here. So I'm gonna use my arrow buttons and move this up where I think it should be. And so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a variable text.
You can also do this with any of our bugs too in our template collections, Andrew. You can drag and drop. We have pre-made bugs as well. Daniel
Yeah,
is showing you how to do it manually. But if you have a template collection you are already using or a branded template bug that you're already using, you can either add the text just like this to it or use one of the bugs in that collection that you're pulling from.
we're just going to add this in some weird place because we're just showing the functionality here. But so I added that, and then I'm going to add another one. And I'm going to change this down to 12. Go 12. And you can type in here too if you wanted to. Say I wanted it to be a 10. Okay. And then we're going to attach these graphics. So um, let's do date on this one. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the variable here. And right now I'm just going to, oh, see, I did this. Don't do that, Daniel. That's the color. That's a mistake that a lot of people make, and I still make it sometimes. I see variable and just go for it. That's actually a variable to define color. We want to do a variable in here in our text variable settings. So we're going to
So
do
if you're not familiar
date.
what a variable is in our system, can you explain what a variable is, Daniel?
I would call a variable a placeholder to bring data into a graphic. So, and it can be from a lot of different places, from inside our controllers, like on the scoreboard tool, or it could be from a spreadsheet. For example, when we create these Google Sheets, we use this top line to define our variable names within the graphic. And so, yeah, that's it. Does that answer the question, Naomi?
I think so. And you can make text, color, uh, variables, correct? What are different types of graphic elements you can make variable in our system?
Um, yeah, text, color. Geez, wow.
Quite a bit. And then we have a
Yeah.
ton of data sources that you can connect to. Um, and we can show you that in linking when we get back into the UI screen. But also, if you have broadcast and you need to customize it, we have a custom API that you can use. We also offer, we will figure out how to connect your data to it. So we have professional services available. Whatever you need to connect data, that's our strongest suit, and we like to help you do it.
So here is how we might add date and time. I'm going to get rid of my program monitor so we have a little more real estate here. This is important. So I'm going to go ahead and add the date and time controller. Now this date and time could come from or date could come from a spreadsheet or whatever, but we have this actually built in. So if I were to come in here and go to general and I go to clocks and I can add date, I'm going to combine this date, and then we have some settings in here to allow you to choose the format. I'm fine with that format. I might have to move some stuff around, but yeah, we can change the format. There's a nice little format help document here that goes through how this stuff is can be put in here. So a lot of options there. And then I'm going to go ahead and add another controller. Oops, I need to click on this. And then go to General and Clocks, and I'm going to add System Time. And I'm going to combine that. And now I'm just going to do a little bit of juggling. You can do this in a few different places, but I'm going to do this right here. And I want to take that up to 12. And maybe I want this to be black instead. And there we go. We have added date and time to our graphic. I didn't add a transition to it, so that's why it played in that way. But that's it. That's how to do that. Does that answer your question?
It takes our system time. Did you want, is that what you were asking about, Andrew? I think I'm going to take that as a yes.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with
Yeah.
that.
Oh, great. Okay, awesome. Okay, thanks, Andrew. And then, yeah, I'll let you carry on. Corinne has another one too when we're ready.
All right. I think what we're gonna do right now is before we get to just sending it to YouTube because that's pretty easy to do. Um, Naomi wanted me to show the new leaderboard capability. Are you good with that, Naomi?
Yeah, leaderboards, crawls, and then and how they connect data so that how
Sure.
they actually go through the process of connecting the data.
Sure. Yeah. So here's a leaderboard for golf that I used with a friend of mine out in Kentucky. Um, and so we put this together. The to be honest with you, it's going to be as good as the data that you get in. And we worked pretty hard on getting good data into this thing. So I'm going to show you that spreadsheet if I can find it in my
We actually
screen here
just
somewhere.
did a case study on this too, and he implemented our beta before it was even released. Had a fantastic weekend tournament. Was so excited, got amazing feedback. We're going to be showcasing some of those clips and everything. We're going to release what he's showing you the inside scoop of what they developed. But you're going to see a lot of this. They had great feedback.
Yeah, so here is this isn't the exact one that he used, but this is the one that I have. And so what we have here is a Google Sheet. And like I said, the top row is our variables that define our variables. We are pulling flag data. So I have a library of flags, and then we're doing a sort rank, and this is the key right here. This sort rank column allows us to sort the player, the golfers, and then we have a display right here, and this is actually what gets shown in the graphic. We have to do quite a bit of work in here to make sure that we're sorting properly because we can't sort on the order of the spreadsheet. We have to sort on the order of uh, display total score. Well, actually, yeah, we actually sort on another one, but you get the point. We sort on score, and then whoever's furthest along in their round is higher in the sort, and that's what happens in this thing here. And um, this is nice. So, as some of you may know, if you've got a number column, you can't use E's, you can't use pluses. So what we do here is to allow users to get that data out to the display. So this one's called display total score, which is different than um, total score number. This is where the data is entered. This is what comes out to Captivate, so we can display the proper things. If um, if the data in this column equals 0, then we display E. If the column is greater than 0, then we add a plus to it. And I'll show you how this works right now. So for example, let's play this graphic out. And I wanted Barney to now be at minus 13 and go ahead of Regina. And you can see how we can do that dynamically. Let's send this person all the way up to minus 14. And so we give them the round data, their total score, name, and the rank. And then, of course, when you saw the display data, you see that if we have ties, we just blank that one out for the next person coming down the list.
You
And
saw the, yeah, sorry.
this has 64 players in it. So this is the new tables controller. So we're in blocks of 8 here. So if I wanted to show the next 8, I can show the next 8, and you can see we're all tied there. So we put an 8 in the top, and then we're blank all the way down. And we keep going until we get to 19th place, and then we just keep on going, and we have quite a few rows in here. That's the new tables controller doing this work with conductors, and we did a webinar on that not too long ago. So.
Yeah. And you can adjust. I know the transition moved pretty quickly there. You can adjust the timing on those transitions. You can have it move slower, you can have it move faster.
Yep.
Our new tables controller is awesome. We did it for efficiency. A lot of people, our controllers were all over the place, so you had to click between the different controllers. Our tables controller consolidates all of spreadsheet, JSON, XML, into one Google Sheets, into one controller, so that hopefully it's more efficient for you to utilize versus having to choose this controller, that controller, where you're pulling from a lot of different resources to make that happen. Yes. Yeah, you can set it up in block mode. I believe that's what you're referring to, Dan, or as a single row mode
Yes.
in the table.
Yeah. And this one here is row mode. And this is actually connected to the same exact spreadsheet, but it's going down and pulling the data. And this is a crawl, and we're putting in flag data, the place, and their score, and last name only. So that's a crawl. And you can see the difference here, Dan. See how we're labeled block and row here in the data controller?
Can you show him just real quick how he would set that? So when you
Sure.
click under, yeah, great.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this one off. I'm going to set it to none. And then to add it, what you would do is go to productivity, tables. This is going to be a row. Now I can select table 4, but I'll show you how to do it through Google Sheets. Um,
I think
so
he's
right
interested
now
in more of the block side.
oh, he is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. There's some setup with this leaderboard graphic. So let's see here. Oh, I'll show them the setup though. Let's take a look at golf leaderboard here. I'm gonna go ahead and set this back to none. and I'm not completely sure of the question, but we'll figure it out. So this is going to be row table 4 is what I had selected here. But if I come into here, into this block con
Yeah,
con
he said
tables controller,
on the table,
I
you can
can,
make one group and it fills in the other eight or so on the screen.
right. So let's take a look first at the graphic because there is some stuff in there that is important for this.
And this might apply, Dan, maybe not to this specific case in this leaderboard, but maybe the agenda that he has. You might want to show four bullet points on one panel, right? And then have it switch out, and then the next four would fill in with the next block. That would be another example of how that would be used.
Yeah. So we have lots of settings in here, and you can see how we've defined row count and max rows to 8. And then this conductor, this is the conductor stuff. And like I said, we went through this, but so maybe watch that last webinar on this, but this is where we set that stuff up. That's all we really needed to see in there. And then in this part of the graphic where we have the data, we can take a look at the settings that we have in here. And we also set 8 rows per block. Right now it's synchronized with leaderboard, and yeah, you can, I mean, these are pretty self-explanatory. So I think that answers the question. Is that good enough, Dan?
When you click that tables, when you set the data up, yeah, here's that webinar too, Dan. Um, but when you click in under your data controller source, just like you could choose row, you could choose your block. Um, if you just click under data source, add source, Daniel.
I'm sorry, I spaced out on you. What'd you say?
If you click add source under the data controller, any graphic is good. You're just going to show them where it is.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, the add source.
Yeah,
And
and
then the tables.
there was a okay. Yeah, and this is confusing. There was in the old version there was a table. So you might see that if you're still on the last version from 2025. That's not this.
So see how you
Okay?
can choose block there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do it again. So yeah, if you're gonna do block mode. If you're gonna do row mode. Pretty easy setup, really. Just if I'm gonna do a new input, and I want to set up a new Google Sheet, I can pull this from a URL, or if I'm gonna use if I'm gonna just go to a spreadsheet, I can browse to that spreadsheet.
Again, kind of a best practice if you're using blocks of data at a time for Corinne, if you're looking for that, versus having to replace all those rows.
And then we can create the CSV if you want to create a CSV. And then this also supports RSS, which we're gonna go through here in a second. Um, so yeah, yeah, that's it. Let's take a look at another way of doing a crawl, but it's different, right? Some people are not into the crawls. They want to do what we're calling a flip. I think there's another name for it, but here is how you might be able to do that. I set up this spreadsheet here. This is actually a local spreadsheet. It's different. So I'm using a local spreadsheet. And I set this up for auto play. And when I play this out, it's going to go through my scores that I set up.
And this
And
is
of
one of
course,
our
I have
new.
the Dodgers losing 42-0. That was on
I hope
purpose.
nobody's a Dodgers fan here. This is one of our new flip crawls, and you can change the transition to actually flip versus right now, I think it's sliding in, but you can change it to flip. We have a ton of transitions that are preset in our designer. So you can adjust that transition to however you want. But this is similar to what you're seeing on ESPN right now. We've had a lot of requests for it. So we're pretty excited that it's out there in the wild now. But
Yeah,
you can
again,
also do
and
this as a crawl functionality. We have the same
yeah,
thing.
this could be a crawl or a flip, and you can see how we can put pictures in there now. That wasn't possible before.
Yeah,
Um,
we're pretty pumped. You can do
so
more than pictures. You can do video, you can do graphics, all of that.
yep, yep,
Yeah, we
yep.
like the flip too, Dan, but we're interested in why. Do you think it's because of how the crawl flows, or you just like it? You just prefer it design wise?
I got so many things open, I don't know where anybody is.
Yeah,
Hmm.
really nice. Yeah, in the crawls, we now enable images like you're seeing on there. You can have graphics, you can have video, you can color the text now. We couldn't have that before. There were a lot of issues with actually inserting spaces. So now you can do a ton of different things with your crawls to catch people's eye, bring them down to the data a lot better in this case. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I understand. That makes a lot of sense, Dan. Thanks.
What's
Yeah.
that?
He was saying
I'm sorry.
you can easily see the two in the flip, um, the score flips. You easily see the two teams at a glance and not try to catch up as it's scrolling
Yeah,
through.
yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
that makes
I
sense.
agree with that. All right. Let's talk about what else? Where are we going? Oh,
Oh,
well,
Jennifer, can you
here's
show real
another
quick? Jennifer
crawl
was
that we
asking which contains. It's actually a crawls folder. Can you just show her where the crawls folder is in
sure.
the library? Jennifer was asking.
So I go into the library and I go to crawls and they're right there.
Hmm.
And then if I go into flips, there's our flips, and we have weather stuff as well. So you can dig into your weather
Yeah.
stuff with maybe weathercast controller. So
We
that's
even have
a
a new
per
finance flip in there, actually, and finance crawl, if anybody's
yeah,
interested.
yeah,
Um,
been working on those. And
but we
then
also remade them for your Strata and for your news. So if any of you use any of our Strata collection or Veritas news collection, it is an add-on another add-on, couple add-on graphic collections, but they're
so
there.
here's the Strata right here. I connected this to an RSS feed using the tables controller. I just put the RSS feed in as the URL. And I forget which one oh, BBC. So this is BBC right now. And
Um,
then it has the time on it, so I connected the time to it.
Dan was asking what service we might need for local weather, and we have a weathercast system built in to our broadcast. You can also add it to sport or present if you still have present.
Yeah, we're going over today, aren't we, Naomi?
Sorry,
Um,
we love all these questions though.
yeah,
It's
so
perfect.
that's actually a process here. We actually have this weathercast graphic library, and you can modify these. And if you look on YouTube, Ian Stark did a great video on this. It's pretty cool and fun to watch. And then I can just go in here and select Weathercast Daily. And then I can just add a location. Somebody give me a zip code.
03060. Coming up fast. Dan's on it. From Nashua. All right. And so now you have it. Can you play that out
Yeah,
so we can see it
it
big
takes a
screen?
second. It takes a second for the data to get in, though. It's not instantaneous right now. It will eventually come in. You can see there's a difference here. I don't think it's 41 degrees there.
Can
Um,
you show it larger?
I can, yeah. Just wait. I kind of waiting for it takes us a
Oh,
second
sure.
to finally update
Okay.
this.
There's a little black box in the bottom right corner, Daniel, that's kind of covering the weathercast controller. I'm not sure what that is. It's There's a gray
There is?
box over. Yeah. It looks like another window kind of pulling in from your other screen or something, but it's just
Oh,
covering the bottom right part of the
okay.
weathercast
I'll
controller
just minimize
panel.
stuff then. Is that better?
Nope, still there. It looks. I thought he was hiding some credentials. Yeah, we'll go with that, Jerry. Thank you. Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Uh, that's good. There we go. Nice.
Well, no, we're still waiting for it to update. I just hit autoplay. We're gonna give it a minute
I'm
here.
seeing it roll through.
We should get our current data because I don't think it's blowing snow there.
It's not New England. Oh, yeah. No, it is New England. All right. Yeah, there could be snow. You're right. You're right, Dan. What was it recently? It was only just a couple, was it East, Easter snowed, right? It was still snowing. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Who knows?
Come on.
It's taking a second.
I
That's
know this
okay.
works. I've done
There,
this a lot. I'm, and they're all
yeah,
hooked up. Everything's hooked up.
yeah.
So we're just waiting.
Yeah, that's all good. We get the idea, is what Dan said.
Okay.
Um,
All
and
right.
that's good. Yeah. So Corinne had another one. Is there a way, excuse me, I need to loop an animated 3-second graphic, but not sure how to do that. It plays out once and then goes offline. Is that something that you want to connect with her directly on, or something easy to show today?
No, I think that's related to this. Let me think. Why would that be? Um, and Corinne, what version of Captivate do you have?
Broadcast.
Oh, okay. Um, if I were to import a piece of media, is this, let me know if this is what you're doing. And then I'm going to go to
She's doing a graphic.
a
Yeah.
graphic is just
Yep.
playing out.
Yep.
Um, well, first thing I would check would be to make sure that I don't have my duration set in here. If I wanted to just keep
Thanks,
on
Dan.
playing,
Yeah, sorry. Go for it.
if I wanted to just, if I wanted to play a graphic for 5 seconds, then I would set this duration here. If that's set, then that's going to override anything that you might be trying to do. So that needs to be zeroed out. Yeah,
Also,
maybe
make
we
sure
should
you have
take,
your pause point.
yeah, and there is, yeah, pause point would be another one that would be really important. Let's go take a look at that real quick.
Yeah.
Um, let's see, what's a good one for a pause point? Well, well, I created this one. Let's do this one. So if I go into this graphic right here,
You do want to make sure all of your graphics have a pause point in them. If you
yes,
want them to stay on live, this is a key for a live broadcast best practice. Yes, you want to make sure that is in your graphic so that it stays on as long as you want it to stay on if it varies, right?
yeah. So what we do is
Before
we
you play off.
play in this timeline up to the pause point, and then we stop. And we just we keep on displaying that, and then we have all these transitions and everything in here, and then when you hit the button again we play out. And if I deleted this pause point like this, then what will happen is this is going to play for 2 seconds and go away on me. So I just need to go back into it and add that pause point. I'm just going to right click up on here, or right click right, let's see where, oh, it's up here. There it is. Up on this line right up here, add pause point. set it to where I want it to be at 1 second, and now it's going to play the way I need
The,
it to. It's going to
the
play to the
key
pause
is you
point and then play
the
off.
key yeah. And the key is making sure that that pause point sits in between your transition on and your transition off. You don't want it to overlap any
Yeah,
of those because it will start the transition before it
that's
plays
a
off
really good
or
point.
on, or stop it before it plays on.
If I were to say pull this transition out to here, and so the length of the transition is this, 1.5 seconds, it's going to pause right here, and this City of New Blue logo layers is not going to come in all the way. It's going to be stuck off the screen or, you know, somewhere like if I were to play that. Well, this is pretty short, but you get the point. Naomi's point is super important. You do not want your pause point to cross your animation, your animations here. Okay. And I guess the last thing I was going to show, because that that time went pretty quick, was this YouTube connection. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop this, kill it. Um, and you guys probably know YouTube better than I do even. So but if I'm going to connect to it, the first thing I need to do is uh the first thing I need to do is not that. The first thing I need to do is to set up my internet accounts. And right now I'm logged in to my account on Google. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory how to do that. And it gives you'll get some browser messages that say I need control from Captivate. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come into streaming. And this is my project, 1920 1080 at 2997. That's changeable. And I'm set up right now on YouTube Live. We do have some other settings in here, but I'm just going to concentrate on YouTube Live. And I'm going to save those. And then I'm going to hit the button. And then I'm going to look over here at my YouTube studio. And give me a second. Studio. And I'm going to go ahead and create a stream in there, go live. And wait a second for it to come up.
If you could move it left just a tad.
Well, that's interesting. This worked earlier. I wonder if my stream key expired. Let's go ahead and play out this one here. Or did I get the cart before the horse? Let's go ahead and start streaming.
The nice part about our YouTube integration is you just have to copy two things from your YouTube studio and paste into Captivate, just as a setup in your settings, and then
Yeah, I wonder
start
if that's
streaming.
what I'm having trouble with. Let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to grab the stream key.
Yeah, that'd be great to
Maybe if,
showcase.
yeah, I'm going to grab the stream key. So let's go in here.
Settings,
Uh,
streaming.
so I'm going to go ahead. Actually, I'm going to do the whole thing. So let's go ahead and grab this. We're going to grab the stream URL. I'm gonna throw
So
that
can you show
in.
that? So stream URL you're grabbing,
Yeah,
and we're putting that here.
yeah. And then they moved, in case you guys don't know, they moved the stream key. It's up here. So I'm going to copy that from up here. And I'm going to put that into here. And I'm going to save these settings. And let's see if that works. And that was it. Must have expired my stream key. So yeah.
So there's a good troubleshooting tip
Yeah.
that goes along with it. Yeah, but pretty simple, really nice. If anybody's streaming to YouTube,
Yeah. So
awesome.
I can minimize the screen a little bit and show both things, I think. That's not it. Nobody wants to see that.
So Raheem mentioned this earlier, and I didn't call it out well enough because this is awesome, and we'd like to do a more full webinar on this as well. But he actually using his Decklink Duo 2 and Decklink Quad 2 with broadcast, you get the full 16 channels of output. He's bringing in up to 6 Zoom guests using 6 of the channels, and interviewing full musical groups or bands in different locations. Really awesome use case of what Captivate can do. And we want to go through our Zoom integration and our Teams integration at some point as well in one of these webinars. People have been asking. Love to have you help us with that or show a little bit of what you're doing, Raheem, um, with that. It would be great if you're open to it. That would be phenomenal. But that's something that we're going to go into in the future. Oh, great. Yeah. What a great example.
Great.
Excellent.
Let's have Raheem do the webinar on that one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think that kind of wraps up what we wanted to talk about today. And I'm hoping we answered all of your questions. If you have any other individual questions you want to talk to us about, you want to connect directly on more of your broadcasts, Corinne, you have more that popped up that came on, or you want more of a personalized demo, again, let us know. You can contact us at support at newblueinc.com. You can also contact myself at marketing at newblueinc.com. If you're looking for ready to download, yes, it is, Jerry. Absolutely. It's in your app manager. Also can be the 2026 Sport Upgrade. It's ready to download app manager or in your account on the website. It's ready to go. Please tell us how it is. We want that feedback, and we want you to have it, access to everything. Make sure that your maintenance is up to date. If you want a full demo, if you're brand new to Captivate, not knowing our program at all, we can hook you up with a full demonstration, uh, and you can ask any of those questions that might relate to your workflow and see if it'll work for you here also. And then finally, please come to our next webinar. Let us know what you want, what you need, what you're looking to do, need to see more, want to see more of.
Yeah, we could
Um,
use some ideas for sure.
we had some requests for, like I said before, Zoom, and then our last couple webinars have been based on requests. We had people asking for streaming. That's why we wanted to go through that today. Our webinar prior to this was object following. We had a request for that. So we definitely are hearing and listening, and want to showcase. Plus, we're assuming that if you're asking for it, other people are looking for it too. So we want to share the knowledge. All of our webinars too are online and posted afterwards. I mean, you can watch the live streamed edition as well on our YouTube channel, but I do edit out some of the extras a little bit, and then we repost afterwards. You can see them on our webinars page, the same page you can register for. You can also get to us on our YouTube channel. Yes. So thank you
Can,
so much, you guys, for coming. Thank you,
can you make
Daniel.
can you
That was
make me
awesome.
better looking in the one that gets onto YouTube?
Zoom does. I think they have a thing for that. And by the
Oh,
way, we
good,
like to
good.
see you chat when you have it. You turned off your video feed, but I think it's great when we can see you chat. Uh, Jerry said you're better looking than he is. We can't see you, Jerry. We don't know that. Great. Thank you, Jennifer. Thanks for coming. I hope you guys have a great day. Happy broadcasting. Oh, that's right. Yes, Jerry. We did. We did. That was awesome. Thanks, Raheem. So glad to have you. We missed you last time. Always. It's very noticeable when you're not here. Thanks, Jerry.
Talk to you later, Naomi.
Okay. I don't think so, Raheem. It's good. It's all good. We love it. No, we want all that. Keep talking. We like that. We like that a lot. All right, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.